Okay, there we go. Hang on, hang on. Gonna put this back on. Okay, there we go. Hello, I'm known as Succeed Genome, and I'm here, back at home. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, Dirt Master. Welcome, Arcpada. Also, congrats on First Blood, Jeff. How is everyone doing today? Obliterate. I'd rather not. Yeah, today is going to be a game dev day.
Nut.
Yeah. Wait, why didn't that show up? Oh, hang on. Oh, I turned it off. Okay, let me do that again. It should show up like a message. Like for the nut redeem. Try it again. Nut. Okay, there we go. It shows up. Yeah. Thanks. Alright, game dev. I didn't make a lot of progress with the Unity project. Every time I boot it up, I just stared at it blankly. But I did dabble in it a little bit, even though I really want to make a lot of stuff work. Oh, right. Since the last stream, I think I mentioned that I had to go to the doctor's appointment for the checkup. That was, I think, about 2 days ago. Yeah. So they did the blood test, and everything seems to be fine, except for like I don't know, like some kind of anomaly where the blood cells are weird. No, welcome. It's good to see you. Other than that, everything is looking good. In about 2 weeks, I have a appointment with the blood specialist so they can take a close look at whatever that thing is. It's probably nothing, but it might be worth checking into in case it gets serious. But so far, all is well. I hope you guys are doing well as well. Alright, enough yapping, let's get cracking. Alright. At the moment there's nothing, but soon there's gonna be Unity popping up. I'm gonna show you how little progress I've made. Like, it's not a lot at all. Oh yeah, there we go. Unity. I really don't know why I'm gonna switch over to Unity other than that it's more lightweight. So for today, I'm gonna try to make a character move and see where I can go from there. Maybe have a character shoot, maybe have something to shoot at, but I really don't know. I didn't even did a stream announcement on Twitter. I'm just gonna hit the go live button. Alright, there you go. So it was a bit finicky to get. Yeah! The fucking what is loud? You shot me. Thanks for the gun redeem. Actually, wait, I think I turned the volume up too high. Okay, there you go. It shouldn't change for you guys, but I did turn it down a little bit on my end. Alright, let's see. I do want to make the layout a bit different. This one? No. Which one was it again? Default. There we go. You press play, but it's not really doing anything. Yeah, the camera's messed up too. God damn it, still need to set up everything. Yeah, great, welcome. How's it going? So I did manage to drag a model into the engine with the texture and everything. This thing has the armature, has the where is it? It also has the texture. Hey, yeah, Starfire, good to see you. I am doing well. Yeah, like oh, you probably missed the first part of this rain. I did came back from the doctor, and they say that everything is looking well except for my blood is looking weird. Like some of the cells is, I don't know how to put it. It's just not normal, let's say. So that's why I'm gonna get a doctor's or appointment with a blood specialist in 2 weeks. No, I'm just stumbling over my words. I need a drink. But yeah, other than that, everything is looking good. There's no blood marks or anything. And in a couple of months, I'm gonna do another CT scan. Or some kind of scan. I don't know what type of scan I'm gonna get, but most likely CT. Alright, navigation looks fine. Get better, meat back. Yeah, the science starting. Good to see you. And I'm getting there. I'm already better. Everything turns out normal with that, but everything else is looking good. Yeah, yeah. I'm still a bit, maybe not skeptic, but like a bit, I'm a bit wary. Like anything could happen. You never know what. But I'm gonna try my best to stay healthy. Sample. See, can I look? Yeah. Oh, this is where the. All right. Oh, thank you for the stress. All right, well, I'm gonna stress first. Oh boy. And take the hydrate as well. I'm gonna eat first. I don't want to eat at all, actually, but I did bring a small snack. About staying healthy, though, I'm just gonna stuff my face. Oh. Oh. Oh, tasty. Let me wash it down with a bit of water. Ah, that's stuff. Alright, everyone go hydrate. It's important. Hey. Put this down.
Camera.
Can I show this on screen? I can. Let me actually, let me just put it like this. I haven't drank anything since I woke up. You should drink water. No, not soda, not beer, not anything that's unhealthy. Just water. Yeah. Don't drink distilled water. I don't think that's good. Just drink tap water. Or drink potable water. Yeah. It's just taking loading.
Objects in Unity game development. What type of player controller are we gonna make?
Okay, this is where I was last at. If I put this away, put this back up. I think I already did that. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Input, play controller, play controls. You guys can't see the window I'm dragging around, but I already did the WASD or WASD controls and the gamepad controls. Didn't do anything with camera, but I'm just gonna follow along and see how far I can get.
I don't want to waste too much time here, so here's a table of pros and cons for each. You guys can pause and read through them if you want, but I want to keep moving. So what are we going to use? Well, I think character controller is more universal and easier to perfect, so let's use that one. So we've added the character controller component, and you can see things like slope limit and step offset. Those are going to be really helpful for handling slopes. It also has a built-in collider for collider detection. We can see at the moment the collider is way too low though, so let's change the center along Y to 1.
Wait, hang on, I don't think I have that. Let me check. I don't think this thing has a collider at all. I think I missed a step. Oh boy.
Let's fine-tune it a bit on the offs. So we add both of these scripts to your prefab in the scene and player controller. I'm also going to create one specifically for our locomotion input named player locomotion input. Go ahead and add both of these scripts to your prefab in the scene, and just a quick note, if you want to update your prefab in the hierarchy, click on this overrides button and apply all to.
That must have been it. Alright, let me try. So select this and then put this in here. Wait. Let me double check.
Your prefab in the hierarchy, prefab in the scene, and player locomotion input. Go ahead and add both of these scripts to your prefab in the scene, and just a quick note, if you want to update your prefab in the hierarchy.
Okay, yeah. I just have to drag and drop these. Wait, hang on, where's the player locomotion? Wait, there it is. Huh? Wait, did I do it differently? This is gonna be a very long stream of me just fumbling about. I might take a short break and like show all the stuff I've made, but for now I'm trying to focus on this. let's see. Scripts. Okay. Oh, this is what I need to add. Right. Controller and locomotion, so I have to... Can't add script behavior play controller. The script needs to derive from mono behavior. What? Huh? Yep, this is gonna be a long stream.
Clean the scene and player locomotion input.
Okay, hang on, let me show it again.
Go ahead and add both of these scripts to your prefab in the scene, and just a quick note, if you want to update your prefab in the hierarchy, click on this overrides button and apply all to apply any changes that you've made.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. Oh boy. Looking at tutorials is cheating. Then how else am I supposed to learn how to game dev? And riddle me this. I never said I was a programmer. That's why I'm looking at tutorials. Well, the problem about tutorials is that it doesn't really explain why it doesn't work. Well, other than the script needs to derive from mono behavior. I don't know what that is. No mono behavior scripts in file order names do not match in file name. Wait, what? Alright, let me open up Visual Studio. Using Unity Engine public class play controller. Alright, hang on. Let me double check. How did he make the scripts?
No, altered. Next, let's create a scripts folder and create a new C# file named player controller. I'm also going to create one specifically for our locomotion input named player locomotion input. Go ahead and add both of these scripts to your prefab in the scene, and just a quick note, if you want to update your prefab in the hierarchy...
That's what I did. You used sticks and bubblegum to make it work. Pulling a leg here. Oh, I see, you got me. So he... Hey, let me mute this for a bit. Create C# script.
Specifically for our input named play.
Okay. Let me try that again. Alright, here's the script. I don't have a thing called... Oh, no, wait, maybe it's called mode behavior script. Maybe that's why it doesn't work. Wait, how old is this video? This video is a year old. Released in... almost literally a year old. April 16, 2024. No way, this video is 2 years old. 2024. Right now it's the year of our Lord 2026. So this video is quite literally nearly 2 years old. And of course, in the time span of that, they're gonna update Unity in little ways. Let me put this back up. So he clicked on C# script right over here. But on my end, it doesn't have that. It says mono behavior. So I think I'm gonna need that instead. Alright, let's try that. Oh boy. Alright, guess we won't be needing this. Compiling scripts. Compiling C# assembly. Does anyone know how C# by any chance? Just asking. I'm not looking for. Yeah, it's X-Ray. Welcome. Good to have you. Player controller. Sort of. That's good enough. I hope you don't cringe too much when you see me
locomotion
bumbling through this. There's player controller and there is...
Go ahead and add both of these.
player locomotion input. Alright, I got it. It's been like a decade since I had to really use it, but I have. Sick. Currently learning it. Nice. I wish you the best of luck in learning it. Great. Motor behavior scripts. Player locomotion input. Wait, what? Put. Okay, there we go. Double check spelling. Locomotion input. Yeah, that's right. Then I have to. Oh, wait, it's. Okay, there we go. Now it should be working fine. Click this, drag and drop it. Yeah, now it works. Then overrides, apply all. But I guess I don't need to do it because it's automatically applied. I mean, worse from junior. I've seen worse from junior devs who actually got paid for it, or got learning it just to make a stupid plugin. Oh no. The amount of job openings I've seen for C# is surprising to me though. Really? I can get paid to do some C# scripting? I don't know. Maybe that spot is like better reserved for people that actually once learned C#. Since when do you have 1K? It's late, but congratulations. Oh yeah, no, thank you. Actually, wait, let me take a short break. It's really difficult to drag and drop stuff into the thing, but alright. I'm gonna show you when that happened because I did have that moment captured. Let's see if I can find it. That nut. Oh lordy, thank you. Where is it? I think it was during my collab with Lady_Catherine, which was not too long ago. Okay, there it is. Oh, yeah, there we go. So this was hang on, a month ago. Excuse me. Trying to find the exact moment when it happened. Oh, there we go. 990. Does it actually update? You should update. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I'm actually really happy that I put the count up here so I can see the exact moment that I hit 1K. Yeah. And now I'm gonna aim for 2K. Alright, let's get back into GAMDEV before I get distracted again. Clap. Oh, yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you. Easy clap. Not really. It's really difficult to get to 1K. Honestly, if I didn't meet these amazing people, these cool people, I probably wouldn't have ever made it to 1K. But you know what? I'm not here for the numbers, I'm here for GAMDEV. And that's all good. Oh, having 1,000 people watching me is nice. Alright, let's see. I gotta... Actually, maybe I can change the floor. Yeah, there's something else that I figured out. Can I change this to a different... for a bit of copy? This is a material. And this is a texture, but I need a material. Create material for beta copy to. And the base map is not a color. It's this thing. This slog can be hard, it's threatening to sort of have one or two that stick around. Yeah. You guys are fantastic. I probably should reward you guys for that. Alright, you know what? I'm feeling generous. I kind of want to keep it hidden for a while, but I feel like I need to give something in return for the people that are sticking with me for so long. I keep getting distracted. But it's worth it though. It's worth it. Can I show this? Is it showing? It's not showing. It might be spoilers for the thing I'm working on. Come on, load, damn it. Oh, thank you for the hydrating. Actually, I got something special to commemorate this moment. Check this out. Ah, God damn it, spilled it all over my... Alright, thank you for the hydrate for Team 6th Street. Cheers. Oh, that's stuff. It's not alcohol. It's not an energy drink. It's not a soda. This is... tea in a can. Lemon ginger. And... oh, it's like organic fusion type of tea, but it's kind of tasty. Alright, let's load it. Let me, where is the... wait, this is Game Catcher. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I made progress on the magical girl model. Thought you got yourself beer for a sec. I don't drink. Oh, nice. It still doesn't sound bad. It is. It's really good. Yeah, so there's a difference between this and this. So if I put it side by side... actually, wait, I have a better idea. Let me grab the raw model. Wait, let me do like this. The color scheme are mostly the same, but this thing is a little bit differently colored. You always feed it too, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah, but Verica, oh goodness, welcome. Oh, hello, I'm known as Succeed Genome, and welcome to the Thunderdome. The horror games, fun games, art streams to the scene. And right now I'm, well, I'm supposed to do some game dev, but I'm kind of getting it a bit sidetracked. Let me, put this away and put this on screen. Yeah. Hang on, let me put this away as well. Welcome, Farragus. Good to see you. What were you up to? Welcome, Review Duck. Good to see you, too. Yeah. I gotta... there we go. Yeah. Oh, you were playing Marathon over the dress up if he says Farraga. Yeah, get out. Alright. As usual, also thank you for the gift sub. Heat wave. Lordy. But as usual, whenever someone writes into me, they launch a counterattack. For you, Verica, I'm gonna do... where is it? I think I'm gonna start with something simple. Thank you for the gift sub. Yeah, thank you.
No.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go again. Wow. Ugh, goodness gracious. Thank you, Raiders, for the raid. If you need to be somewhere, don't let me keep you, and do take care of yourself. Drink some food, eat some water, take a nap, and thank you for once again for the raid. Yeah. I just shot random, I had no idea. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the hydrate dream. Alright, hang on, let me take another swig. Oh.
No.
No, thank you for the nut, and the hug routine. Oh, lordy. It's good to see you, everyone. Good to see you too, Heatwave. Oh. It's actually supposed to be a very relaxing stream about me fumbling through Unity. I'm really not that great with using Unity. I tried it before, and then I switched over to Unreal Engine, tried to Unreal Engine, switched back to Game Maker, then back to Unity, and then back to Unreal Engine, and it's a never-ending cycle. But you know what? I'm glad that I somewhat made progress with this. Actually, let me boot up the Unreal Engine thing. Don't worry about the background. It's oh no, there you go. It's a bit wild, but it only does that when there's nothing happening on screen. I will be lurking. Gotta get ready to head out. I'll be around. Was nice meeting you earlier too. Yeah. No, no problem, no problem. And thank you for the luck. But do take care of yourself. Yeah, yeah. I've spoken to Verka, I think it was last night during in VC. We were just hanging out, meeting some cool people, and I was just also working on my own stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Good fun. Only ever looked at RPG Maker and only casually. RPG Maker is... there's a lot of really cool games made in RPG Maker. It's mostly like horror games that are really popular, but I don't think I've ever seen a proper RPG from RPG Maker. Also, this is the thing that I've made in Unreal Engine. It's really cool looking and functional. You can fly, you can just slide around, you can pick up weapon. Yeah, put these two on my shoulders and those two on my hand. It's always fun seeing you, Ox, for your own streamer collab. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's also good to see you too, Heatwave. I think the last time I've seen you was during... I remember from the collab with me and Lady Catherine on Helldivers. You can try switching to Sandbox. It's basically a cut down version from Source to... I've been thinking about that, switching over to Sandbox, but first I kind of want to try to get my, try my hand in Unity, see how far I can get with that, in case Sandbox doesn't work out. Remember, Sandbox is a very new engine, and with the thing with very new engines, or any kind of software in general, is that they mostly are very jank or don't work properly until like a couple of days later, maybe. Then they're gonna patch it until it's functional. But I don't know, maybe I'm just unsure about it. It looks cool, and I'll give it a try and see how far I can get with that. Oh boy, I'm getting shot at. Yeah, I'm glad that this worked. Alright, let me start flying. I'm going to try to recreate this in Unity. The problem with this in particular is that the NPCs are getting stuck to each other. Die. I don't need weapons. I can just get rid. Let me get rid of this too. Oh my god, this is jank. I don't want to put this on the store. Hey, you can kidnap him and then smack him on the floor. I can steal his gun. Hang on, I gotta... What's that? How long did it take people to get the hang of UE4 even with those of the comes using it? I really don't know. I'm not that up to date with how the studios and the industry are using UE4. You can try switching to Sam. Oh no, wait. It's made by the guy who made Gary's Mod. Yeah, and I've worked in Gary's Mod before. Choo choo. I was about to open that. What is that? Oh, it's a hard eyes. Neat. Thank you for the hype chest, Heatwave. Much appreciated. Alright. I'm considering continuing with Unreal Engine 4 in case Unity is not working out. I had like a... Whoa, what happened? Oh. I had like a whole mission system in mind where I can... Where is it? This one? Yeah, there it is. Up, world, main menu, 0 mission. Let's do this one. Oh god. Okay. I wonder if this works. It doesn't. Oh, because I didn't save. Hang on. I think it was this one. And it should... auto start, I think? I think so. I don't remember how I did that. Okay, there we go. Let's try to return to base. I'm so happy that the text box is working. Must have gotten that sometime in the past. Oh. interesting engine, but I get that there are still problems. I'm curious about the engine. I have to go see you. No, not a problem, 6 weeks. It's good to see you again, and do take care of yourself. Stumbling block for ever making game is being terrible with art. Also terrible at explaining what I want to artist. I mean, you don't need to be an amazing artist to make a good game. The best example that I can give you is freaking Minecraft. That game, when it first came out, looks horrible, but nowadays it's iconic. It sort of has like programmer art left and right, but as long as it's functional, nobody really cares. The premise is really amazing. Yeah. I will never shit down on programmer art. I know it's bad, but it's kind of the point, just to get some ideas going to make it work. Then you can ask artists to make something out of it. Proceed to nearest exit. Can do. The mission system works, but I don't know. I'm just not really happy with the NPCs so far. Is it this one? Oh, this is not this one. Why did I make this one? I think this is the exit. I don't. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, get up out there. Come on in. Oh, and then it just loads up to the next level. I guess it works. The other system that I have working so far are these things. Look, and they follow you around, and they just shoot at whatever is nearby. Maybe I should this guy down. Can I get this one? And this one. Yeah, look at that. Let's go, my army. Or my squad. Wonder if I can make a better version of this in Unity. It was kind of tricky to make it follow you around, but it's not really following you. It's kind of tethered to you, which is why it behaves strangely, like a chain. It's like lagging behind. So I can make it work, but I wonder if it's fun. I also have to take game design into consideration. Boy, like setting up the rules and the do's and don'ts. Actually, I can bring these two with me. Actually, I haven't seen this in a while. So there is ammo on these guns, and if they run out, they just automatically gets disconnected. So I'm just gonna run it out. And at some point, it's gonna automatically just drop. 30, 20, 10s. I'm so happy with how that effect looks. It's so simple. Yo, Ichi, welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. I'm doing fantastic. I just got back from the... Well, actually, not just got back, but I got back from the doctor a couple of days ago. And he said that everything is looking pretty good. There are some minor anomalies in my blood that needs to be looked into, but overall it's not a problem. Like I just need to visit a blood specialist. But yeah, everything is okay. Hope all is well. Yeah. I can't wait for next week. Hint, hint, nuts, nuts. I hope you were doing well as well, Hichi, and that you're also taking care of yourself. Oh, it works. Move a slip. Oh, that was weird. Trying to get back into lurking habits. Nice. Taking breaks from watching streams or interacting streams is also nice. I lurk in people's streams plenty of time, and I'll just silently watching, waiting. But I usually don't see anything meaningful in people's stream until something comes up. Oh, it works. I still want to try to recreate this in Unity, but should be possible. One part is you can just grab them and then just toss them out. Get out of here. It's really jank because they just float in the air. I think I can fix that in Unreal Engine, but might be a bit jank. Kill him. Should I do the sync? I don't know what thing you're talking about, Magmar. Oh boy. Can I restart this? No, wait, that's P? It is P. Wait, they don't respawn. They just stay dead. Wait, but these guys respawn. That is weird. What if I open Upworld again? The thing I can do as a moderator. I still have no idea what you're talking about. Sure, I'd say. I trust you. You seem like a fellow that I could trust. Also, by the way, I implemented the Halo health system where you have a shield that can get depleted and slowly recharge. Ooh. Jesus. Yes! He got killed by his own rockets. Now I can equip this. Wait, what? Pew. Oh yeah, go check out Ichilua. Playing, just chatting on twitch.tv/Ichilua. Go check her out. That thing. Of course, of course. I should have known. Also, by the way, this ship design is by Whiskey herself. She made this sprite for her Star Sector mod, and I tried to convert it into a 3D model. It's not perfect, but I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. Well, you can even talk to Whiskey if you just hover near the tower. She isn't animated though, because I haven't done the animation part of her sprite. This is placeholder text, by the way, just to test the text box. There's also another one in here. Me being very good with making sprite animations, I just implemented the idea in this game. So they have blinking when they are not talking, and their mouth movements when they are. Just like my model. Yeah. Also, the texture on the character is unlit, so you can see the character in the dark. Really cool. Animation looks good. Yeah, thank you. The animation style, well, actually, particular, my general character animation style is mainly based off of the Ace Attorney series on the 3DS. Same was it 3DS? No, just the DS. Yeah, that's what it was. So sprites are very limited, so they had to work with what they've got, and making them is very easy for me at least, because I've been practicing with my current model until I settled with a idle and talking animation. Why won't you die? Oh wait, they are dying. All right, you're free. No, roam around. Oh, wait, see me again. I really am glad with how the homing missiles work. Actually, I just noticed that if the missile is destroyed, the trail will disappear. Oh, wait. Wait, what? I thought I was gonna kill him. I might have to fix that, but I'm gonna change the trail anyway. Maybe not in Unreal Engine, but in the future engines at least. Alright, I think that's enough Unreal. I gotta switch back to where is Unity 6? Alright, there it is. There you go. Right, I was working with the material. So this is the material, but how do I do metallic? Okay, that's how you do it. Can I change the smoothness? I can. Can I make it super metallic? Oh yeah, that's pretty sick looking, but then you get these weird... Oh, no, wait, that's the grid itself. That's why it looks weird. This looks like standing on water, because how reflective it is. What if I don't want metallic or smoothness? What if I do want metallic? Actually, that's not that bad. I can probably keep it. Let's put it at 0.15. Excuse me. Alright, where was I?
Scripts to your prefab in the scene, and just a quick note, if you want to update your prefab in the hierarchy, click on this overrides button and apply all.
Alright, I want to mention that it's been 46 minutes and now I've only done this part so far. This is gonna take me ages to get something productive. But that's kind of the point of today's stream. If I stream my game dev stuff, then it forces me to work on it. And if I do something silly, then people can call me out on it, so I can like fix it.
To apply any changes that you've made.
What next?
So now we get to one of the most controversial subjects in Unity game development. What type of player controller are we going to make? I don't want to waste too much time here, so here's a table of pros and cons for each. You guys can pause and read through them if you want, but I want to keep moving. So what are we going to use? Well, I think character controller is more universal and easier to perfect, so let's use that one. So we've added the character controller component, and you can see things. So what are...
Actually, I do want to mention this. I've been thinking about this, what I really need for my own game. I didn't know that this was like controversial controller thing in Unity. Rigid body controller and character controller. Alright, what can I do with rigid body? Physics interaction, simpler setup. Good with complex and dynamic scene interaction. Cons, lack of precision control, harder slope handling, slightly worse performance. Character controller, precise, less than expected environmental interaction, built-in slope handling, hard setup, not good for realistic. Okay, this I do not need, so I'm already leaning towards character controller because my character is just gonna be flying around anyway, and it doesn't need realistic or dynamic scene interaction. It just needs to be a robot that I can fly through the level. I mean, I guess I could do that if I want to make a walking tank, like you know, like Mech Warriors or a front mission mechas. But in my case, it's more like Zone of the Enders, if I have to make a comparison. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it is mainly based off of Zone of the Enders, but here's the thing, I never played Zone of the Enders. I just saw the clips and a playthrough of the Zone of the Enders game, and it just like looks actually really interesting. So I'm just gonna make a game based off of what I've seen, not what I've played.
For each, you guys can pause and read through them if you want, but I want to keep moving. So what are we going to use? Well, I think character controller is more universal and easier to perfect, so let's use that one. So we've added the character controller component, and you can see things like slope limit and step offset. Those are going to be really helpful for handling slopes. It also has a built-in collider for collider detection. We can see at the moment the collider is way too low though, so let's change the center along Y to 1.
Wait, I haven't even checked that. Where's collider? Right, no, I didn't add a collider. It's just a... Okay, let me go back to that.
Let's fine tune it a bit. I'm gonna make the height 1.8 and then let's actually shift the center down to 0.9.
And go back.
That we'll be using. If you go to the Unity registry tab, add scroll shift, then or scroll scene. That's because there's a really easy fix for this. Just check the we can make our own prefab, and then let's call this first-person controller. Before we go any further, make the frame. First, a folder, back up thing so we can test.
Wait, where did the thing come in?
Shape. You don't have to create a new roll. Left side, we have action.
Wait, maybe it's the apply thing that he mentioned earlier. You did say override and then apply all, but I don't. Yeah, no, they are applied. Huh? Then where did the thing come in?
Maps, which remove the player are controlled down.
Alright, I already did all of that.
Enter the namespace GAMDEV.final.
I did that too.
Specific scripts hierarchy. Click on this overrides button and apply all to apply any changes that you've made.
Wait, hang on.
And apply all to apply any changes that you've made.
Armature, mess, accessories, unaware body, customization, but nothing that looks like collision.
What are we going to use? Well, I think character controller is more universal and easier to perfect. So let's use that one. So we've added the character controller component, and you can see things.
Wait, I just missed that.
To perfect. So let's use that one. So we've added the character controller component and easier to perfect. So let's use that one.
That's how he does it. Okay. Add component and character controller. Okay, I got you. Man, you really gotta pay attention. Character control. There we go. Wait, what? Alright, do I need to do something with the... oh wait, I have to click this. Center. Let me put this on number 5. Wait, what? Okay, not that. Probably Y. 5. Wait, 1. Actually, that's pretty solid. Okay.
So we've added the character controller component, and you can see things like slope limit and step offset. Those are going to be really helpful for handling slopes. It also has a built-in collider for collider detection. We can see at the moment the collider is way too low though, so let's change the center along Y to 1. Let's fine tune it a bit. I'm going to make the height 1.8, and then let's actually shift the center down to 0.9 to fit this model, and then make the radius a bit smaller, something like 0.35 or maybe 0.3. Let's now take our main camera and drag it inside the prefab.
Okay. Let me see. How tall is this? 2 meters. I need to do 1.5? Yeah, it's a small chunky boy. Okay, no, that is not good. It needs to touch the ground. Oh, that's how you do it. Alright, I have to... 0.76. Can I change the radius? That 0.4 is pretty good. I could make it thinner, but now it's at least touching the ground. If it skates along, then I do want to make it skate along the ground. Maybe this is a bit too fat, so I'm gonna have to make it a bit thinner. Something like this. 0.3. Height is 1.5. Radius 0.3. Center is Y 0.76. I don't know about slope limits, step offset, and skin width. Our minimal move distance. But I think it's pretty good so far.
Currently, let's now take our main camera and drag it inside the prefab.
Main character, drag it inside the prefab. Okay, that works. It's not looking at the right way. So what do I do?
Currently, there's a pretty big offset, so I'm going to zero this out so it's near the player's feet. Then just drag this along the y-axis until it's up near our player's eyes. There's also this gizmo's on-off button.
Right, this is for the first-person controller. I do want it to make it third person. Input system scripts, simple movement, camera control. I'm just gonna follow along and see how far I can get. If I run into any issues, we'll see.
You get annoyed with all the gizmos. So now we can player's feet. Then just drag this along the y-axis until it's up near our player's eyes. There's also this gizmo.
Okay, let me try that. I did notice that to look at it from the side, how do I know which one is front? 'Cause I'm gonna find out soon enough. Maybe I need to rotate it. No. Alright, it needs to be minus 90. There you go. How do I... In Real Legend, you could just like drag something while following along with it. I gotta get used to the Unity controls. Yeah, no, do it. Alright.
On-off button if you get annoyed with all the gizmos. So now we can see its position a little more precisely.
Uh-huh. Input system script.
Okay, and now at this point we are actually ready to start some scripting. Double-click player locomotion input to open it on up. So the very first thing we're going to do is add...
Oh boy. I don't think I can show you guys this.
Click player locomotion input to open it on up.
Okay, click player locomotion input. Okay, yeah, that's similar to what we're looking at in here.
So the very first thing we're going to do is add in our namespace to the file. Again, this isn't required, but since I want to publish this asset for you guys, it's important I do this so there aren't any conflicting file names when people import it. So we created a namespace using the same path as our file structure. We need to initialize our player controls input, so make a public player controls property named player controls.
This is already very similar to Java scripting, but this is C#. Namespace public. I think I can do that. All right, let's see. He does it using Unity engine. Name space GAMDEV Gaming Final Cut Controller. I don't think I've named it that way. Okay, no wait, I see it. I see it. Ah, damn it, I misclicked. Uh-huh. Open brackets. There we go. Oh, you guys can see what I'm typing, but I'm essentially... Let me put this on screen so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at. I'm trying to type this in here as well. Public class player locomotion input, semicolon mono behavior, open brackets, public player controls player control open brackets, gets semicolon private set semi close bracket. There we go. All right. So now it's exactly like what you're seeing in here.
Now I want to stop here again real quick and explain a couple things. You'll notice first that this variable has getter and setter methods. This makes it a class property instead of a field. The recommended C# syntax for properties is that you use Pascal case, or that we capitalize the first letter. This makes it a little bit weird because our class and our property have the exact same name, but this is actually a supported feature in C#, and it's even recommended or encouraged to do this if it makes the most sense, which it does here. Now, why am I using a property over just a regular field? I'm going to want to access or get this variable from outside of the class, but I don't want anybody to be able to change this variable from outside of the class. Thus, I've used the private set syntax here, which won't allow us to set its value from outside of the class. It really is that simple. If it didn't make sense to you, don't worry, using a property here is not necessary, it's just more organizationally correct. If you don't want to use a property, by all means, just use a public field instead. We're also going to add in another property of type vector2 named movement input. The next thing we're adding here is an interface to our class. So remember when we generated that C# class for our input? Well, that actually generated an interface for us, which we can add to this class by typing playercontrols.I, which stands for interface, player locomotion map actions. There's a red line under this right now because when we add an interface, we need to implement a specific set of methods for that interface. In Visual Studio, you can automatically generate this method, which is what I'm going to do here. And now we have our onMovement method, which gets called when one of our inputs is used. It will only get called if we enable it though. So let's add the onEnable method, and inside of here, we're going to enable our player controls. Then below that, we're going to specifically enable our player locomotion map that we set up and set callbacks to this class. Let's also add the onDisable method so that we can properly disable and remove callbacks when it's not being used. Okay, down in the onMovement method now, we just have one simple line of code to actually add here, which is we just set our movement input to the vector2 output. Just to show you guys what this is doing, let's now print out the movement input and test it out. Let's press play and...
Did you get all that? No, I sure didn't. Alright, let's see. By Geno on speed. I wish I was. I'm familiar with the getter and setter, but I still don't know what it does. I know that it works if I put it in the game, so I'm gonna try that. Let's see. Right now I've only... Not even this. I only have this. Then he adds public vector2 movement inputs. Yeah, sure. Let me put it in there real quick. Public capital VECTOR 2 movement inputs brackets get private sets. Oh, okay, there we go. If I press tab, then it just automatically fills it in.
So remember when...
I remember. Oh, then he adds...
interface for us, which we can add to this class by typing player control, use a public field instead. We're also going to add in another property of type vector2 named movement input. The next thing we're adding here is an interface to our class. So remember when we generated that C# class for our input?
Yeah.
Well, that actually generated an interface for us, which we can add to this class by typing playercontrols.I, which stands for interface, player locomotion map actions.
Uh-huh. I don't think I'm going to be remembering this, but it makes sense in a moment. Player controls dot I Player locomotion map actions. There we go. All right.
There's a red line under this right now because when we add an interface, we need to implement a specific set of methods for that interface. In Visual Studio, you can automatically generate this method, which is what I'm going to do here. And in Visual Studio, you can implement a specific set of methods for that interface.
Wait, can I do that too? I don't think it did.
In Visual Studio, you can
No, wait, it did. All right, public void on movement and action dot callback contacts. Show new system dot not implemented exception. That's pretty much the same as what I'm having in here. Okay, okay. Man, I'm glad that I had the Visual Studio stuff already installed.
automatically generate this method, which is what I'm going to do here. And now we have our onMovement method, which gets called when one of our inputs is used. It will...
Okay, wait, he did something. Public void on enable. Wait, hang on. I think he did like...
And now we have our onMovement method, which gets called when one of our inputs is used. Callbacks to this class. We add an interface here. We get Visual Studio onMovement method, which gets called when one of our inputs.
Okay, that's what he did. That was really fast. Private voids on enable. Tap and then automatically fills it in. Okay, that's what that happens.
Inputs is used. It will only get called if we enable it though. So let's add the onEnable method, and inside of here, we're gonna enable our player controls.
Okay, let me try that. Oh, this is different. Mine says oh, I'm gonna use this as a sample. Player controls equals new player controls. That's not what it says on my end, so I have to change that. Mine says get components. That's not what I want or need. New play controls. Yeah, there we go. Player controls dots enable. Is Gino Enemy Girl? Yes, happy no shoot you. God damn it, Jeff. I'm working on it. Plus, welcome. Actually, I already welcomed you. Let's see. Ow! Yeah. You shot me. Now it's gonna take longer before I finish the Metal Girl. Alright, back to programming. Enable semicolon. There we go. Now it's good.
Then below that, we're gonna specifically enable our player locomotion map that we set up and set callbacks to this class.
Okay, I think I can do that. Let's see. Player controls dots player locomotion map dot enable and player controls dot player locomotion maps dot set callbacks brackets this semicolon. Okay, now it looks exactly like this so far.
Also add the onDisable method so that we can properly disable and remove callbacks when it's not being used.
That's also important to know. I have to do it as in private void on disable. Yeah. Player controls. Dots. Play locomotion map. Dots. Disable. What did you do with the next one?
Okay, down in the on movement.
Remove callbacks. You need to scroll down a little bit because this. What was it called? The scrubby bar is like in weight because now I can see. Let's just do it. Play controls. Dots. Play locomotion map. Dots. Remove callbacks. This. Yeah. Okay. No. It's exactly. All right.
Method. Now we just have one simple line of code to actually add here, which is we just set our movement input to the vector2 output.
What? Yeah. Sure. I think I can do that. This is really similar to how I make stuff work in JavaScripting while I'm working on the Star Sector mod. Read value. Vector 2. Okay, there we go.
Just to show you guys what this is doing, let's now print out the movement input and test it out.
Print movement input. Priant. No, I misspelled print. Oh, print brackets. What's it called? Brackets? Movement input. Okay, that was exactly like this.
Let's press play, and now I'm pressing different buttons on WASD, and you can see in the bottom left, or maybe I'll just bring the console up here, we're printing out different directions in a vector2 format. So now...
Oh boy, I'm actually kind of scared to boot this. Press play. Is it playing? Where's the console? Wait, how did he bring up the console?
Console up here, buttons on WASD, and you can see in the bottom left, or maybe I'll just bring the console up here, WASD, and you can...
No, I don't have that. Oh, look at this. It's very subtle, but... kind of laggy. Hang on, let me see if I can bring up the console. Window. Don't think I have that. Components? Nothing. How do I bring up console? Display, no, game, simulator, free aspect, don't worry about that. Do I need to press a button? Show me your secret man.
You can see in the... Let's press play, and now I'm pressing... Let's now print out the movement to the vector2 output. Let's press play, and now I'm pressing different buttons on...
Okay, he has it in here, but I don't have that at all. Okay, I might have to do some shenanigans. General. Oh, there it is. Console. Can I... Okay, there we go. Oh, what?
Not.
Not? Darker mark. It doesn't work. It's... Huh? There's nothing. But it was working earlier. But not now. It doesn't work at all. That's nothing. Oh, did I click it? Oh god, I just clicked away the entire project. God damn it. Oh, off to a great start of the stream. Should I do another short stream where I'm just gonna... What the hell? Oh, okay. We're back. It's still loading though. Wait, that now doesn't work. Huh? Do I need to bring it up in here? Oh yeah, there we go. It is working. Kinda. Yeah. Is it like making new ones every time? Okay, this is weird. Well, it sort of works, but it's not really clear at all, or responsive, if I'm being honest.
WASD, and you can see in the bottom left, or maybe I'll just bring the console up here, we're printing out different directions in a Vector 2 format. So now we can use this to control our player's movement.
Here's the thing, on his side it's way faster than on mine. Why? Is this thing lagging? I think it is, because now it just kind of stops. I guess it doesn't work anymore after a while. Do I need to save it on the... No, it should be fine. This is weird.
One little additional tip, if you notice when I press play, there's a little bit of lag. We can actually get rid of this by going to Edit, Project Settings, Editor, then check Enter Play Mode Options. Now you can see when I press play, there's actually no lag at all. Just a little quick tip there.
I gotta do that ASAP. Alright. What do you, file or edit project settings? What was it again? I forgot the rest.
A little quick tip there. Now you can see when I settings editor, then check
Editor.
Enter Play Mode Options.
Editor play mode options. Alright, I got it. Let's see. Editor. Oh, there it is. Editor, and then play mode options. It doesn't do anything. It's different. Hang on.
Now you can see when I press play, there's
There, right there.
then check Enter Play Mode Option. Now you can see when I press play, there.
I have to enable enter play mode options. Okay, so that doesn't show up for me at all. Enter play mode options. mode, force text, scene handling. Allow autosave. Texture streaming settings. Shaders. Screen numbering scheme. Enter play mode settings. When entering play mode, is reload domain and scene. I guess I don't need that then. Weird. Alright, moving on.
There's actually no lag at all. Just a little quick tip there. Let's finally make our player respond to the input and movement. Open up the player controller script, then let's add our namespace again real quick and delete our start and update methods for now.
Okay, wait. Let's go to play controller script, was it? Alright, let me double check.
Player onto the input and movement. Open up the player controller
Play controller script, yeah. Yeah, put this on screen again so you guys can see. It's a little bit smaller because I moved it to the other monitor.
script. Then let's add our namespace again real quick and delete our start and update methods for now.
Okay, I can do it real quick. Or quick enough. I'm just gonna this way. Let's see. Namespace. Public. Class. Player. Controller. Mono behavior. There it is. Alright, I got it.
Player controller script is going to be our main point of entry into the player controller. So let's serialize our character controller and our camera. In terms of syntax, I'm using an underscore to denote that this is a member field, which is...
Look, Gino, I hope I don't pass out for an hour again. Hang in there, Magmar, and thank you once again. Alright, hang on, let me, stretch my neck and legs a little bit. I'm used to just sitting around for 9 hours at a time, which is really not healthy, so you gotta do leg stretches every now and then. But it's only been not even 2 hours. Alright, where was I?
Is the recommended syntax for C#, but in Unity, a lot of people also use the M underscore syntax. Also, if you don't want to use either one of these because you just hate underscores, I totally get that, and you don't have to use them. I just am explaining my process to you guys so it doesn't seem like I'm doing it for no reason. Let's set up some movement settings, add in run acceleration and run speed. I'll just give a couple quick starting values here. We can fine tune these later. Let's also get an instance of our player locomotion class, and on awake, let's set our player locomotion instance, and that's all we need to do because we'll set up our character controller and camera in the editor.
Okay, I think I can put all of that in there. Serialized fields. There you go, serialized fields. Private. Character controller. Yeah, I'll do underscore character controller. If I deviate from this tutorial, then whatever changes I want to make is gonna break. So this is gonna follow through with the entire thing and see how far I can get. I mean, it's already silly to start the entire thing again from scratch. Player, camera. But I have to try. Run acceleration. I misspelled acceleration. Acceleration equals. You put it on 0.25. Yeah, sure. Public float run speed. 4F. Private player locomotion input. Player locomotion input. Okay. Another one. Private void awake. This is like practicing like arcane magic or something. Player locomotion input equals get component player locomotion input. There we go. What are they called? Programmers wizards or tech wizards?
We're finally getting to the exciting part. So let's program in our first movement code. I'm going to create a vector 3 for both the camera forward direction and the camera right direction, but actually projected into the XZ plane.
Jeez, this guy types fast. Yeah, I know it's sped up footage, but no. Private void update. Private void updates. Wait, what? Why is it like this? Okay, there we go. No, that's better. Vector tree. Camera forward. XZ equals new vector tree. Underscore player camera dot transform dot forward dot x. Is that dot x? Yeah, it is dot x. Zero float comma underscore player camera dot transfer. This is exciting, isn't it? Me just typing out loud. I'm actually much better in doing art streams because art streams is something like in my element and I know how to do it. But when it comes to programming, I'm just like a fish on dry land. Normalized? I misspelled normalized? It's normalized. God damn, normalized. Oh shit, I think I did misspell something. Oh, that's not a... Okay, there we go. Vector tree camera forward XC equals new vector tree underscore player camera transform forward 0F player camera transfer forward Z normalized. Yes.
The reason for this is I want the movement to be based off of the current camera direction.
Yeah, this is for the first person camera because why would you want the direction to be based off of where the camera's looking at? Because it's actually you can do the same with anything really. Okay, I guess you can use this for the for the third-person controller. Alright, let's do this again. Vector tree. Camera right x z equals new capital vector 3 brackets underscore camera transform right x 0 f underscore player camera transfer. I mistyped that. Transform right dot z. Did I spell that right? Yes. Normalized. It looks like there's more.
So now we can create a vector 3 named movement direction, and we multiply the camera's current facing direction with our movement input. What this is going to do is if I press W for forward, we'll walk in the direction our camera's facing. If we press D or right, we walk in the direction 90 degrees to the right of the camera's facing direction. Now we'll calculate our movement.
Oh, that makes sense. Vector tree movement direction. I misspelled direction, got you. Equals camera right xc. There's an asterisk. Player locomotion input dot movement input dot x plus camera forward xc underscore player locomotion input dot movement input dot y. Why? I don't know. Alright, let me take a short breather thing.
Delta, which is how much our player moves
more.
this frame. Our movement delta is given by the movement direction times our run acceleration times time.delta time. Finally, we calculate our new velocity as our character controller's current velocity plus our movement delta. So why am I multiplying acceleration by time.delta time here, but not the speed? Well, that's due to our kinematic equations from physics. We see that the position is determined as velocity times time plus acceleration times time squared. So we have to apply time.delta time twice for any accelerations. I'll do it here once and then again at the end when I call our move function.
My brain hurt, but I think I get a gist of it. A very classic issue people are getting in movement controllers is, let me type this out while talking. If you run diagonally on a plane, doesn't matter which way, you go faster, and it's a very classic bug or glitch in old Game Maker games. But if you calculate it differently, then it just fixes it. So if you go diagonally, you go the same speed as you were going vertical or horizontal. But if you don't calculate it differently, then you just go faster if you go diagonally. And I think it's the same with this, but again, I could be completely off. I'm not a programmer, I'm copy pasting whatever he's doing. Movement delta. Movement direction delta. No, just movement delta. Movement delta velocities. Did I mess something up? Let me check again. Oh yeah, I did mess something up. I was looking at the okay, let me. I probably shouldn't be talking about different stuff while talking about while typing out stuff. Movement delta equals, that's mine. It's movement direction asterisk run acceleration times time dot delta time. Okay, now it doesn't crash or breaks. Can I go back to drawing cool stuff again? No, I have to learn how to program.
To physically move
Otherwise, I'm never gonna learn.
the player in the scene, we have to call character controller.move, and it's extremely important that we multiply by time.delta time here to normalize for our current frames per second rate.
Normalize, got it. I'm just gonna add this real quick. Let's go character controller dot capital M move new velocity times time dot delta time. Yeah, dot delta time. What next?
I'm also putting this note in here. Unity suggests that we only ever call this once per frame. Otherwise, some very odd interactions can start to happen.
I can add that in. I wonder if it has the same shortcut, because in the IDE for Star Sector, if you press Control and forward slash, then it'll turn it into a node, no matter what you select. Wait, what? Move character. Unity just only calling this once per, no, not capital. Okay, maybe I have to select this control forward slash. Yeah, it does turn it into a note. All right, that works. Call this once per tick. Can I add a heart in there? I can. It's not gonna break the code. I wonder if you can add a heart in your code. Like if you name a object a heart emote. Oh, that's absolutely gonna break something. If it's not a number or a letter or whatever, and it's like a different character, then it's gonna be weird. Yo, no one see. Welcome. GameDev is going pretty alright, I guess. But it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm just following along with a YouTube tutorial on how to make a character move, and then from there I can add stuff on top of it. Hopefully.
Okay, let's test out our controller, but first make sure you hook up the character controller and camera components, and I'm gonna just set the run acceleration to about 50 actually.
Okay, repeat that, YouTube man.
And camera happen. Okay, let's test out our controller, but first make sure you hook up the character controller and camera components, and I'm gonna...
Okay, I see. Oh, it's compiling script. Its parentheses should be okay if it's name of variable or we take as comparison. Oh lordy. Parentheses, that's the thing I was thinking of. Wait, how do I add the okay, there we go. Do I need to like this? Okay, I guess that works.
Just set the run acceleration to about 50 actually.
Wait, go back.
To happen. Okay, let's test out our controller, but first make sure you hook up the character controller and camera components, and I'm gonna just set the run acceleration to about 50 actually.
Character controller and player camera. Yeah. Wait, where's the run acceleration? Move distance to... Oh no, did I miss something again? Alright, don't panic. I got a YouTube video, I can just look at it. Setting it in the play controller script. I was sure I did that. Hang on. Oh yeah, there it is. I was just looking at a different thing. 50. What do you do at the run speed? Nut. He's nutting at the run speed.
Actually. Also, make sure that your player isn't touching the surface for now, just otherwise it's going to collide and do some weird things, so just move it up a little bit. You'll notice a few things. One, our player is moving extremely fast, and also it's just sliding infinitely, so let's fix these two things.
Okay, before I do any of that, I just want to see how it works. But no, don't do that. Paradise model, up a little bit. It's not doing anything. I'm pressing the buttons, but it doesn't do anything. Wait, did I miss something again? Oh, I think I need to apply all? No, that's not what I... Oh? This vexes me. I'm gonna go back. Hang on.
Go back into your script.
No.
It's just for now, just otherwise also. Okay, let's test out our controller, but first make sure you hook up the character controller and camera components, and I'm gonna just set the run acceleration to about 50 actually. Also, make sure that your player isn't touching the surface for now, just otherwise it's gonna collide and do some weird things, so just move it up a little bit. You'll notice a few things. One,
Okay, I didn't miss anything. Press play. And it doesn't work. It's not touching the floor. I just can't make it move. Why isn't it moving? What am I missing? Overrides. Apply all. Yeah, no, that's... Did I miss anything? Play control script, right? Yeah. Maybe I need to save it in the... Oh, it's Unicode thing. Alright, let me get rid of this. Play locomotion input is, well, inputted. Play controller is inputted. Doesn't seem like I'm missing anything. Man, not by all accounts, it should work. Might be a button thing that I missed. Maybe it's touching the ground. Alright. There you go. That's pause, not play. It's not moving. Maybe this pause. Okay, there we go. It's just paused. Whee! Oh god. Ah, look at me go. Oh, jeez. Oh, it doesn't have gravity. I'm so fast. Okay. I fixed it. Okay, stop, stop. No. Can I... Oh no. Wait, it's stuck. No, no, wait, it's loose again. God damn it. I don't think it like follow the camera or something. Like I'm just completely breaking my little robot. Okay, he moves. He moves. Mission accomplished. All right, let's see. Let's take a short break. Let me cool down my brain for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna explode. All right. Wait, did I still have the... Oh, wait, I still have my, Yeah. Alright, let's, read. Hmm. Yeah. Also, if the wrapper is making a lot of noise, just let me know. I'm trying to move it away from the mic. Oh. Sippy. All right, break's over. Let's continue.
Player is moving extremely fast, and also it's just sliding infinitely. So let's fix these two things. Go back into your script and add in a public float drag. In our update function, let's set our current drag to our velocity's current public float drag.
Play controller, right?
Let's fix these two things. Go back into your script and add in a public float drag. In our
All right, let's try this. Script below run speed. Public float drag equals 0.1 f. Our
update function, let's set our current drag to our velocity's current direction times the drag times time.delta time. And remember, because drag is an acceleration, we need to apply it twice, like I talked about earlier. Once here, and then once in the move function after we add everything up.
I see. I think. Let's drag to the player. Vector tree. Current drag. Excuse me. Equals new velocity dot normalized times drag times time dot Tim? No, time. What did I write Tim? Delta time. Close bracket.
Then let's add this to our new velocity by using a ternary operator. If you don't know what a ternary operator is, I do have a video on this that I'll link below, but the following code just reads like this. It's pretty simple. If our new velocity's magnitude is greater than our drag, subtract our drag from our new velocity. Otherwise, or else, set our new velocity to 0. We're doing this way because it prevents the drag from actually sending us backwards if our velocity were to be too low. Save that. I'm going to set my drag
Oh, I see.
Sending us backward.
Alright, let's put that in there. New velocity back. No. New velocity equals. Wait, I gotta fix those. New velocity dot magnitude greater than drag times time dot, no, that's only dot delta time close question new velocity minus current drag, and put that to vector 3.0. There we go.
If our velocity were to be too low. Save that. I'm going to set my drag speed to 30 for now, and let's test it out.
Wait, did he set the drag speed to 30? Or what?
Or to be too low. Save that. I'm going to set my drag speed to 30 for now.
He did say drag speed. I mean, it is a drag speed, but just set drag to 30. Alright, I mean, 30. Alright.
And let's test it out. All right, so we have another bug here. I'm gonna try to move to the right, but I can't. This is really a subtle and frustrating bug that I came across, but it's actually because our movement per frame is too small right now, and we need to adjust a character controller setting. So set your character controller's minimum move distance to something like really small, like 1e minus 5, and then let's test again. And now you can see we're slowing down due to the drag force and everything else is working. There's still a big issue though, which is we can infinitely accelerate and just zoom across the map. We need to make sure that when we're accelerating, we can't go faster than our run speed. Let's head back into our small, like 1e minus 5.
Okay, let's do this
small right now that I came across, but it's actually because our movement per frame is too small right now, and we need to adjust a character controller setting.
All right, before I do any of that, let me actually just start. Let's put it in here. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay, I think that's the frustrating bug that he was mentioning. How do I fix this?
So set your character controller's minimum move distance.
1e minus 05. Alright, sure. Where did he put the fucking... there it is. 1e minus 05. Oh, Kimmy, welcome. Working on Unity aspect from Genyo. Yeah. Well, I was considering slowly moving over to Unity instead of continuing forward with Unreal Engine 5. As big and powerful Unreal Engine 5 is, or 4, it doesn't matter. It's a bit bloated with a whole bunch of stuff that I really don't need. So I'm considering just going back to Unity and try it from there. If Unity doesn't work, or doesn't work out for me, I can give Sandbox or SNBox a shot and see how that goes. Especially when Sandbox is completely royalty free. Yeah. And it's made by the guy that made Gary Smart. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, we'll see how far I can go with this. Does this work now? Yeah, it does work. Yeah. Infinitely accelerating. Oh, that is really fast. I think I need to add a clamp or something. You can't really see it, but look at it go. Okay, oh, there it is. You. Alright.
To something like really small, like 1e minus 5,
doing,
and then let's test again. And now you can see we're slowing down due to the drag force and everything else is working. There's still a big issue though, which is we can infinitely accelerate and just zoom across the map. We need to make sure that when we're accelerating, we can't go faster than our run speed. Let's head back into our player controller script and add in just one new line, which is we're going to set this new velocity to a clamped value using the clamp magnitude function, where the second argument is our clamp value.
Yeah, I think you can do that.
And back in Unity, now you can see that our function, where the second argument is our clamp value. And back in Unity...
Okay, new velocity. Where did I put... There it is. New velocity equals vector tree dot clamp magnitude parentheses new velocity. Yo, Daniel Bide, welcome for some chatter. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm not, alright, first things first, I'm not a programmer, so I'm just gonna be stumbling through this while watching a YouTube video. But other than that, I think I'm pretty okay with programming. Let's see, velocity times... Doing well, what about you? I am doing fantastic, especially with the good news I've received from the doctors. Don't worry about it, it's a big thing for the past couple of months, but I'm doing a-okay. There we go, on speed. I know how to do it. Put this away, let's see how that works. Okay, that is perfect. It's a little bit slow, but at least it's moving. What are you working on? I'm working on trying to re-import everything from Unreal Engine into Unity. Actually, let me show you. Actually, let me turn this off. Put this away. Put this away. Yeah, you can't see, but I'm clicking away some windows in the background. So, I originally started this project in Unreal Engine 4, switched over to 5, but then I realized Unreal Engine 5 is like a lot loaded. So, I'm trying to recreate this into Unity because it's like more lightweight. And it's supposed to be looking like this at some point. I could continue with Unreal Engine, but I'm running into some issues that I rather not want to deal with. Not that guy. These guys. So those two in a distance. I can't zoom in. I have to zoom in function. They're kind of stuck in there because of the weird pathing collision or whatever. Oh wait, I'm getting ambushed by these guys. And I'm working on a mech game that's very similar to Zone of the Enders. Despite the fact that I've never played Zone of the Enders. So this is essentially a game what I think Zone of the Enders plays like. So it's not going to be exactly like that. Yeah. I mean, I can make the models, I can make the animations, I can make the characters, but programming is a little bit difficult because this entire thing is made in Unreal Engine blueprinting. Looks fun. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Can I talk to this car? I'm actually really happy with how the dialogue box works. And it switches character. I think it's really easy to remake this in Unity. But the movement and the character might be a bit tricky. Look like sheep from up there. I think you're outside. Hang on. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, it's because the way that they move around. It's a very simple patrol behavior. Just like lounging around, trying to make them look intelligent, but there's nothing going through their head. And those three are just stuck to each other, and I can't fix that. But I can destroy them. Actually, I have a better idea. I can pick them up. Get this guy slowly. Alright, I don't need guns. Pop, pop, pop. Alright, I can pick him up and kidnap him. I can smack him against the wall. Pop. And steal his gun. Where are you going? No, seriously, where are you going? I think you can stalk him. Oh. Wait, let me hide up here. You can't see me. Sheep evolved to learn how to use missile launchers. That is terrifying. I mean, they're supposed to be like weird looking. Oh, he's shooting me. Weird looking robots. Okay, let me kidnap you. I can use them as a shield. Wait, this guy's dead. These guys are alive. Come on, shoot me. Let me use this gun. Let's just dual wield these anti-air cannons. It's cool. Yeah. I really want to make this work in Unity somehow. Wait, what? Oh, right. These are the... Yeah. Oh, Dave, thanks for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah. I think I can recruit you. So now you're just following me. Okay, perfect. Let's see. That's a laser. These are... I'm gonna bring the missile launchers with me. Oh look, they can just follow you around. They can just build up your squad and try to lay waste to your enemies, but they're so stupid. Doesn't really provide much of a challenge. I hope that programming NPCs in Unity is gonna be a bit easier. I'll have to wait and see. Honestly, I'm not really sure how to... Oh, excuse me, I gotta take a sip of water. Those robots sure harm. They're like turrets. You can just pick them up and place them so they can like protect this area specifically. But it's really jank and they float. Pop. Pop. Bang. Yay. And the animation is great. That's the thing. There's little to no animations for this, except for it's basically just switching between movement states, and then it like switches to it. I guess I can make 3D animation, which should be possible, but this thing's like switching between poses. Yeah, let me empty out my gun. It takes a while. Shooting your turret friends doesn't do anything. You just pick that little guy up and toss him. Oh yeah. Oh. Hey, wait, what? It is very janky. I can make it that it stays floating up in the air, so you don't have to aim on a platform. You can make it like a strategy, like you can just toss them and then they'll just stick there. New angle just dropped. Yeah. So we can empty out my guns. Pop. Pop. And that's also a very simple animation where it just blinks before it disappears. Like those things. Hey, what happened? Come on. Come on. Move it. Pop. Trying to kick it over. There we go. If it leaves its spot, it's going to disappear. Can maybe get a closer look to that. Oh god. Also gotta fix this. I don't know how. Actually, maybe this part's better. Making models like this and texture is like very easy. This is something that I can do. But programming, oh, that is a whole different beast. That's going to be challenging. The thing that I'm trying to make in this project, at least, is trying to pick up objects that is of importance. Then you have to bring it with you and extract. But it is very jank, and I don't know how to fix that. I think I tried to use the same behavior as the NPCs, but it's, I don't know, it's just so jank and it just falls apart. I need a programmer friend to help me out with this, but I already asked like a whole bunch of people that are way smarter than me with this. And this is as far as I can go. Like the old games looks like. Yeah, I just like the pixelated textures. Can I? Actually, I can. Armored vending machines. That looks so cute. Wish we could copy paste a game object from one Unity window to another. Yeah. Unreal Engine and Unity are like competing against each other. Unreal Engine is amazing. It's really powerful. And you can do some really cool stuff. Case in point, Lies of P or Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Like, it doesn't even need to be looking great. But you can make really amazing games with it. But for my own purposes, I don't think I need all this fancy stuff. I just need a game where I can play as a robot, tossing other robots against each other, or bringing more. Wait, what? There you go. Bringing robot friends along with me. All right, buddy. Shoot that guy. Pop, 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 pop. Wait, those are heat-seeking missiles. Also, the turret can die. It can take damage, but I don't think it can... Oh, wait. It's taking a lot of heavy fire. Come on, buddy. Kill him. I haven't implemented sound effects yet. I'm gonna have to start getting into that. Yeah, you did it. Alright. Unleash hell. I don't think it can die. Oh, it died. No! Oh shit, it's after me. Alright, time for my revenge. I can equip 4 weapons simultaneously and fire them at the same time. I can just drop them as easily. And pick them up again. Wait, there we go. Drop these, pick them up. Maybe we can do like a weird configuration like pop, pop. All on the left side. I really wonder if I can do the same thing in Unity. Pop. Alright, enough of religion. We're doing Unity today. Alright, where am I at with the Unity game? Well, I got as far as making it move. Movement-wise, it's feels alright, but it's slow. Wait, can I make it faster? Wait, run speed is at 4. Drag is at 30. Let's put it at 44. Let's see what it does. figured out a workaround. I can save the game object as a prefab and copy paste the prefab to the other project. Really? I think that explains why. Oh, hang on. Why the character looks alright. Because I think I just drag and drop it into the game and then it just works fine without any issues. Oh wait, I gotta. Okay, 44 is really fast. I'm gonna have to change that to maybe a solid 10. Luckily, I already got really far into the Unreal Engine project, and the only thing I just need to do is figure out how to work in Unity. Well, actually, this is a decent speed. How do I make it fly? Actually, how do I make this a third-person game? Oh, possible. Welcome, welcome. Heatwave the bus promoted me. Oh, I see. Yeah, Heatwave came by during Verica's raid and subscribed to subbed a whole bunch of people. But yeah, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fantastic, and I'm making progress. Albeit very slow progress. Switching engines is not a great idea, but it's important to me. Alright, enough of that. Let's see what else I can add. Did I get any? Oh, I did. Then I'll leave it alone. Alright.
Yeah. Now you can see that our player is moving around at a reasonable speed and it gets clamped to our run speed value.
Part 6. Camera control. Okay, this is important.
Okay, so the next thing that we need to add in is camera movement. We need another input action for this, so let's open up player controls, and under actions, we'll add an action named look.
Oh boy. Play control. Okay. Player locomotion map. Make another action. Look. Okay.
Let's set the action type to value.
Value.
Control type to vector 2.
Vector 2.
And the binding path to delta mouse.
Binding paths. Delta. Oh, it's okay. So far, so good.
What this is going to do is call our onLook function and pass in how much our mouse moved in a given frame. Now you'll see in your console you have an error when you...
Oh, I gotta save. Okay, save.
Save this. You can actually just double click this to navigate to the error. It's basically just telling us that we haven't implemented our player locomotion maps interface again, which makes basically have an error in how much our mouse moved in a given frame. Now you'll see in your console you have an error when you save this. You can actually just double click this to navigate to the error. It's basically just telling us that we haven't implemented our player locomotion maps interface again.
Oh, that's okay. I see it. This thing on the wait. This thing on the bottom. So if I double click this, okay, yeah, it does navigate me to that thing. Implement interface. Okay, it did something.
Which makes sense because we just added a new function.
Oh yeah, it does. It just added public void unlock input action dot callback context
for it. So we can just auto implement this feature in Visual Studio again, and the function appears at the bottom. Okay, we need to store our mouse delta's value.
Oh wait, let me scroll back up. Public vector. Let me let them finish.
So let's create a vector 2 property named look input. Then we'll go into.
Okay. Public. Vector 2 look input bracket Get private set. Let me put it in there. All right.
Our onLook function and set the look input to the value passed in as a vector2. Now,
Okay. Select this. Look input equals context dot read value vector 2. Yeah, okay, that's it.
I'm going to add one more thing here at the top of the script, which is a bit of a controversial topic, but I'm going to change the default execution order to -2 so that this script always runs before our other ones.
Controversial? How deep does the rabbit hole go? Default execution order.
That's just because for each frame, the first thing I want to check is our input values. Then after that, we'll do something with them in other classes. Here I'm setting it to -2. Then after that,
all right, let me check. You put that all the way at the top, right below namespace. Brackets. Default execution order. Oh lordy. I gotta check in on them. What is this happening? Oh, I just got a notification about someone following me. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I gotta turn off my phone. This is unprofessional. Alright.
We'll do something with them in other classes.
So this is saved. What about player controller?
Here I'm setting it to -2 because I actually want to do this as well for our player controller class, except I want the input class to run right before it. So then we can just set
default execution order -1.
the execution order to -1 for our player controller class. We want to be able to customize our look sensitivity, so let's add in both a public float.
Wait, where? Only drag. All right, I got it.
Look sense H and a look sense V. And now that we're getting more and more parameters here, I'm going to do a bit of code organization. So I'll create some headers like camera settings, base movement, and components. Then if you look back in Unity,
okay, wait, hang on. Back up. Public float looks sense H and V. Public float looks sense etchy. That means H in Japanese, but it has different connotations. Look sense H and public float looks sense V equals 1F. Well, good enough. 0.1F. And that, what did he do after that?
We're getting more and more parameters here. I'm going to do a bit of code organization. So I'll create some headers like camera settings, base movement.
Yeah, sure. Let me add that in there as well. Camera settings. Okay, that's right above this thing. Header. Quotations. God, gee, I need to turn off my phone. Oh, so it gave me a like. Yeah, thank you. Camera settings. This is why getting gets distracted left and right. It is unreal, no pun intended.
And components. Then if you look back in Unity, you can now see these headers in the editor. So
oh, wait, go back. I just missed the
components. Then if you look back in Unity, you can now
base movements. Yeah, you can do that. Header It's not camera settings. This one is base movement. Move of. No, there you go. The pun was 100% intended. Yeah, I guess so. It is nuts. But we're all joined together in you. No, that one is horrible. Yeah, let me take a sip. I'm almost finished the my little beverage. Base movements. What else did he do?
I'll see these headers in the editor.
Components. Header, camera settings. Now turn that into components. That ought to do it.
So just a bit more organization there. I'm gonna make one more camera set.
Oh, does it actually show up? All right, let me check. Let me check. I don't see anything that. Wait, what? Input? Hi. Wait, let me look again. Play controller script. I don't have headers at all. Wait, do I need to save it? Yeah, I did. I need to save it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Components, base movement, and camera settings. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna be a master hacker. I'm hacking Unity so I can add headers to it. Yeah, look at it go. Humble beginnings, or so I'd like to think. I gotta start somewhere. Alright, movement is done, but I gotta figure out how to do the camera movement.
Setting, which is our look limit V, because I want to clamp how high or low of an angle that you can look so that you don't spin around vertically in a weird way. Then let's create a vector 2 to store our current camera rotation and another vector 2 called player target rotation, because we're going to need both our camera and our player to rotate if we're going to animate it properly.
Oh boy. Alright, he adds a whole bunch of stuff. Let me check. On their camera settings, he added public float look limit. Public floats look limit V. It's equal to E9F. Alright, if you give me a minute, I gotta blow my nose. It's a bit stuffy. Alright, I'm back. I think it's okay now. Excuse me, I'm glad that you guys can't hear that.
So we're about to implement our camera logic and the player target rotation, because we're going to need both our camera and our player to rotate if we're going to animate it properly.
Private vector 2 player target rotation equals vector 2 0, which is. Oh no, wait, he added a whole bunch of. Okay, I see it. Private vector 2. There it is. Private vector 2 underscore camera rotation equals vector 2 dot 0. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Private vector 2 look rotation is. Wait, what? No, it's not the look rotation that I want. I wanted player target rotation. Spell check. Private vector 2 player target rotation equals vector 2.0. Alright, now we're cooking.
So we're about to implement our camera logic, and it's usually recommended to do all the camera rotation after all the movement logic. So we're going to put this in our built-in late update function for mono behaviors. The first thing that we do here is add to our camera's X rotation by our look sense horizontal times our look input dot X.
That's not me. Hang on.
X rotation by our look sense horizontal times our look input dot X.
I knew it. I knew I was crazy. And Discord notification. Well, I did turn off my Discord notification, so this stuff wouldn't happen, but I still react to it, David. Alright, let's go.
For our camera...
Before I continue, go all the way down. Private, void, late update, underscore camera rotation dot X plus equals look sense H times underscore player locomotion input dot look input dot X. All right, what else?
For Y rotation, we're going to want to clamp this value with our look limit. So use mathf.clamp, then we're going to
It does it again. That's not me. It's a video.
take our current camera Y rotation and subtract the look sense vertical times our look input Y. Then the last two arguments are our negative and positive clamp values, which we set using the look limit V. This will make it...
Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Underscore camera rotation Y. I don't know why. Just gotta do it. Equals math. I misspelled math. Capital A instead of lowercase a. Clamp. Capital C clamp. But he didn't cut that from the video. I imagine that hearing the Discord noise doesn't register anymore. That it's like recorded into the video. But then you edit the video in post, and then you realize, oh crap, it's in the video, but I can't be asked to just edit it out of it. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the VODs that I could edit out, but I just cannot be bothered to do so. At some point, you're like, it's fine. It's gonna be a little Easter egg, a little something to mess with people while looking at the video. It got me. All right. Locomotion. Wait, I locomotion. Hang on, that's not how you spell that. There, locomotion. Jeez, I really shouldn't be talking and coding at the same time. Input dot y minus look limit v, comma look limit v. All right, spell check. Camera rotation dot y equals math dot clamp underscore camera rotation dot y minus look sense v times underscore player locomotion input dot look input dot y, comma minus look sense v, comma look limit v. Can't believe I spelled it like locomotion, but with an A. There's no A in locomotion. It should be, yeah, it's a thing that, yeah, I think that's fine. Camera rotation dot y equals math dot clamp with a capital C. Yeah. Camera rotation dot y minus look sense v times player locomotion input dot. Yeah, okay. I gotta double check. I really shouldn't be talking while coding at the same time. Um, I worked with programmers before, and the biggest advice and the biggest tip I've given when working with programs is if you see a programmer wearing headsets, do not under any circumstances disturb them because they are coding inside their minds. And if you disturb them, then you have to start from scratch start all over again. They're building a house of cards in their minds just so they can program. If you disturb them, then the house of cards is gonna collapse. Do not do that. They are wired differently. Artists, you can just tap the shoulder and hey, do you can you help me with something? And you're like, all right, sure, I can look into it. But you have programmers. If they're wearing headsets, do not disturb them. Now I can finally understand why, because I talk and write at the same time and I'm making mistakes.
So that we can't look above or below our look limit along our Y rotation axis. Then we basically do the same thing with our player's target rotation as we did with the camera, but we only need to do it for the X rotation. Then for now, we can just set our player's rotation to the X component of the target rotation.
Wait, before I look at this, player target rotation.x plus equals transform Euler, I guess, Euler angles.x plus look sense h times player locomotion input. Okay, I can do this. Oh boy. Player target rotation.x. Oh, excuse me. All right, all good. No, it's plus equals transform Euler angles dot x plus look sense h times underscore layer locomotion input dot look input dot x. All right, what next? Transform rotation.
But we're going to change this up a little bit later on in the tutorials so that our player has a fixed rotation speed. So that's why I'm doing this here.
I think it's a good time to mention that I suck at math, and yet I'm doing this. Math? Euler? Quaternion? What the hell are we talking about? I'm trying to... I can... I don't know. Transform rotation equals quaternion dot Euler. I think it's pronounced Euler. I don't know for sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it pronounced Euler or Euler? Like the German pronunciation? Pretty sure it's Euler, like the Euler disc. Score player target rotation. Did I did yeah, okay, player target rotation dot x 0f. I'll do it.
Finally, we also set the actual camera transforms rotation to the proper value. Let's test this out.
No, don't test it. I need to write the lower part first. Player camera transform rotation equals wait, is that equals? It is. It's like very small on my screen. It's not just you guys. Quaternion, that's Euler, Euler. Camera rotation dot y. I think it's a comma. Can't quite make it out. Camera rotation dot x 0F. Yeah, alright. There you go.
So back in play mode, you can see everything is working properly. Our camera is looking around, our player is turning, and our input actions are moving us in the correct direction, whether I press forward or sideways. Before we go any further, I want to show you guys how to easily turn this into a third-person controller, and then we can swap.
Okay, that is promising. But first, I'm just gonna test it out. Okay, gotta open up the game. Oh, Security, welcome. If I connect your nuts to a car, PvP chocolate with rice and luckily penis. Legendary artifact. Also, oh, I see. But yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking, and it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. Also, I don't have nuts. I only have one, so it's just not plural. It's just one nut. Yeah, other than that, I'm doing all right. For those who don't know, I got diagnosed with testicular cancer a couple of months back, and as of November the 22nd of 2025, I stopped with chemotherapy, and I am well on the road to recovery, and I'm feeling fantastic. But yeah, during the whole debacle, that I had to undergo surgery to remove one of my nuts, so that is why I'm bringing this up. Sorry about that. I hope you feel better. Oh no, it's all right. No need to be sorry. I'm feeling fantastic. I had a lot of time to process the whole thing. I did a whole stream. Everyone showed their support, and right now I'm just happy that I can go back to game dev again. And look, the fruits of my labor. Oh my... This is horrible. Wait, what? It's sideways. Wait, what? Why is it sideways? Okay. Huh? Did I just turn the camera like... How do I... Okay, there we go. Can I ask this question of curiosity? You can ask me anything your little heart desires. Except for private stuff, but just ask away. Actually, wait, why is the camera like that? That is weird. Do I need to rotate the entire character model somehow? Yeah, do I just do this? Oh yeah, that is more like it. That works beautifully. Alright, all questions out of curiosity. I mean, you're absolutely right. So a question to ask a question. That asks too many questions, but I question your question. I think. Yeah, that works. How do you feel about this? No. Wait, it doesn't rotate right. Yeah, what the hell? Oh wait, in first person it does rotate right. But in the video it doesn't look right. I might have to fix that later. Did anything change, like any real After Effects, which is only have one? Does something really change? You don't have to answer it. No, that's fine. It's fine. You can ask about that. No problem. All right. For the fellas, oh boy, it's gonna be very anyway. Nothing really changes. Before the surgery, my right nut was swelling up like crazy, and I thought it was just a fluid buildup, but no, it's a lump, and they had to remove it. I wasn't too happy about it, but it's either that or just let it sit there, and I might die of cancer some other way. Like maybe I get organ failures and such. Um, at first, right after the surgery, it just looks like it didn't get removed because the surgery they had to cut me open. You know, let's take a short break. I've gotten this far, so I think I can take a short break and talk about this. All right, can I put up my Photoshop? There it is. Oh wait, don't look at that. That's spoilers. All right. All right, we got a canvas. Can I have a picture of me? Yeah, I can. Beautiful, perfect, great even. Let me fill this with a blank canvas. Make the opacity a little bit like this. Actually, let me copy paste this and make this darker. I now need a representation of my nuts. Actually, wait. Maybe I should do this like this instead. Yeah, I think that's way better. Or I need a picture of nut. Egg PNG. Or that. Where's that? Is it this one? No. Hang on. I got it. I got it. Yeah, there it is. We're gonna use this one. Oh, lordy. We're doing a short intermission before I continue further. Alright. Picture this, if you will. Actually, do this. Make this. Wait, what did I press? I did. Alright. Let's say this is normal size. And this one is. Okay, it's not that big, but actually, no, wait. This one isn't that big either. Let's do it like this. So this is the abnormality. Like it's huge and it's starting to hurt. So I went to the doctor and they said, "Oh, it's not looking good." I went from the GP to the urologist to the oncologist in a short time frame, and they had to remove my my right nut, which is the one that's growing. That's not good. So they had to remove it. So what they do is they make like an incision right around, oh, excuse me, right around here, because the nut is like connected to a series of two, or just one tube, I think, and you have to snip it from here to remove it through this opening. Yeah. So now there's like, oh god, I can't believe I'm drawing this again. Now there's this open space for the other one, and it looks fine at first, but it's because this open space is filled with fluid because of the surgery. It's a they had to cut open this part and then stitch it up like this, so this entire area is going to be like filled with fluid. Can I make like, I don't know how to draw fluid, but it is like filled with fluid, but slowly over time it's going to like shrink and then it's just going to be gone. The thing is, the fluid's going to be drained through the stitches, and I don't know if they do that on purpose or it's a natural mechanism in the body, because then during my stream with Lady Catherine, it was right after the surgery and before I had to start chemo, the the stitches start bleeding, or like it started like leaking. I was like, oh god, what's happening? Why now during the collapse? So I had to end it soonish. But yeah, now it just have one. It just looks weird. But the thing is, they can also give me a nut prosthesis. I think I can show you a picture of that real quick. I think it's called like a testicle prosthesis, and it kind of looks like, oh god, I don't know which one I can show on stream. I think this one is safe. There you go. So I could have gotten a prosthesis to fill up the gap, but it's only for cosmetic reasons, and they did tell me you could have a prosthesis, but it could increases your chance of infections. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't care. Embarrassing. It's not that bad. I'm just glad that I got it over with. Sorry, clap part of my nuts says. Oh, that's what you meant. No, I think I told Catherine about my leaking stitches. I'm like, oh lordy. All right, but other than that, it still works. That's all I'm gonna. That's all the details I'm gonna give. Let me put that away. Let me put this away. Let me put this back up, and let me put this back up. That sounds like a lot. Hope you feel better soon. I'm already feeling better. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is. At the start, it's like a lot to take in. Like, it's the big C. It's cancer, and during the scans after the surgery, I still had to go to do chemotherapy because one of my lymph nodes in my torso was enlarged, which does point towards metastasis. I think that's what's called, where it's spreading out. But I got through chemo for 3 months because of my lungs and my asthma, because I do use inhalers and such. My lungs aren't really in the greatest of shape. Might explain why my voice sounds like that, but I digress. So they had to remove one of the components of chemotherapy, and to make up for the missing component, they had to extend my chemo treatment by additional 3 weeks. Let me tell you, yeah, chemo isn't great, but I managed. I survived. For those who also has to go to undergo chemo treatment, I recommend bringing mints, because your body's going to be filled with chemicals and you're going to be nauseous. You don't have you're going to lose your appetite, but you need to eat. Doesn't matter what it is, even if it's a hamburger from McDonald's, you need to eat proteins or something. Try to drink as much water as possible, because you flush your body off of the chemical stuff that they pump you with. And there are medications to make it bearable, so don't you worry about that. And bring some games, bring something to entertain yourself with, but also move around as much as you can. Damn it, but because sitting in a hospital for several months isn't healthy. But I think the doctor's going to be explaining you that. Glad to know that there aren't any serious after effects to it. Yeah, no, it's fine, luckily enough. But I think it's because I got like a Diet Coke version of chemo. I did lose all my hair, but I preemptively just shaved myself bald, so I don't have to deal with taking a shower and pulling out my hair. Like, oh god, I'm losing hair and I have to shave it all. I think it's just best to just go bald right at the start, so you don't have to deal with confronting yourself with hair loss. Weirdly enough, my eyebrows didn't fall off, but I've got hair on my body's like falling off. There's still like some body hair, but it's not as much. So it depends. It's different for each person. They did tell me after chemo, your hair might be different. Like if you have straight hair, you can get like curl. What's it called? Yeah, I think it's called curls, or scruffy hair, or like different hair color, or weird hair shenanigans. But so far, I got my hair back, so I don't have any bald spots, luckily enough. But I'm aiming to get back to this hairline that you see right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I can pretty much go back to work and live my life like it never happened. Minus one nut. My equipment still works, but I can't. Actually, I don't want to go too much details in this. But yeah, it still works. Depending on the severity of losing one of your nuts, you could get a testosterone supplement to balance your hormones a bit better. But so far, I don't need any of that. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it so far. I don't notice anything weird. Ghost is sitting in hospital himself, sick for 4 weeks straight, high fevers, and even after the inflammation, like lung disappeared, the symptoms are still there, but I'm still getting better. Oh no. In that case, get well soon, mousy cutie. Look on the bright side. At least you don't have to go through chemo. Oh lordy. My favorite part about all this is whenever I do, or whenever I meet people, like on stream or whatever, I just greet them with, "Hey, Gino, how are you going? How's it going?" And I'm replying with, "I have cancer." Wait, maybe I could show you that. Actually, there might be a bit of a spoilers too, but don't worry about it. Let's see. I wonder if I can find it real quick. I think it was this one. No, this one. No. Could be this one, but I'm not entirely sure. No, it's not that one. I'm trying to find the clip where I met Hichilua for the first time. Actually, she came by in today's stream. Small file stream. I think it's this one. Is it? It is this one. Okay, don't worry about the eyes. Whoa,
Hello, Ichi.
that's a big
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Kath. Doing alright? How are you doing today?
I have cancer.
Yeah, I'm super duper sorry to hear that. My condolences, man. I hope you can overcome that.
Condolences, no. If I that's terrifying. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's my favorite thing to do. Just making cancer puns or jokes or whatever. I do not belong to you. Hey. Well, yeah. There's a reason why I keep hitting because everyone's thirsty for me if I remove my visor. But I digress. Yeah. So my favorite thing about dealing with cancer is just to greet people with, "Hey, how are you doing? I have cancer." I think the worst part about having cancer is the chemotherapy itself, because it's nauseating, like literally nauseating, and the way that works with chemotherapy is you get chemotherapy for a week straight. After 5 days, you get to go home and recharge your batteries and recover from chemo, then start again after 2 weeks of resting. But after the third time, I have to go back in there for a fourth time, I think. Or I have to go back in for a third. I don't remember. I already started getting nauseous before I even set foot inside the building. It was. It said bent me instead of genome when you're. Wait, what bent me? Why? Why would it say bent me? It's. Excuse me. The cough is unrelated to cancer. It's just me being sick for a day. Bent you over. No, don't bend me. Oh god, I can't unsee it now. Hang on. Did it really say that? Okay, ignore the magical girl. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There is it. Yeah, okay, I found it. Oh no, I see what you mean. Yeah. That is not my thing. The twink allegations are. Oh lordy. I finally get my own allegations.
No.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. The nut redeem was there before I had cancer. So now it comes back full circle about having to not redeem. Alright, let's finish up the tutorial, and I think I'm gonna end the stream soon. It's 3 hours, that's actually pretty good. That is pretty good. I mean, I could stream for a little bit longer, but I'll be doing maybe some Star Sector instead. Then again, I don't want to stream for too long. Alright, I think we're almost
Swap
done.
between the two if we want. Let's apply our changes to the first-person controller and save it. I want to show you guys how to easily turn this into a third-person controller, and then we can swap between the two if we want. Let's apply our changes to the first-person controller and save it. Then let's unpack.
I think I already did that. Let me double check. First-person controller, right? Yeah, no, it's already applied.
Let's apply our changes to the first-person controller.
First-person controller. Yeah, I think I already did that. Untagged? No. Yeah, no, it's already applied. I guess I don't need to worry about that. Continue.
And save it. Then let's unpack this prefab completely. Now I'm gonna
Wait, what?
rename this to third-person controller and drag it into our prefabs folder. In order to do this in the easiest possible way, we're going to use something called Cinemachine. I'm going to rename this to third-person. Then let's unpack this prefab completely. Now first-person controller and save it. Then let's unpack this prefab completely.
There's a cut in there that kind of threw me off. All right. Right-click for first-person controller and then unpack completely. Prefab. Unpack completely. Okay. What next?
Now I'm going to rename this to third-person controller and drag it into our prefabs folder. In order to do this.
Oh, okay. I guess I can have to. Oh my god, hang on. Mouse security redeemed makes Genome say something for 500. Hang on. The world will see all the wonders of my gift of yellow. Yeah, I gotta go pee actually. Alright. I'm gonna hold it in for a little bit longer. Wait, why yellow? What does it even mean? I don't think I want to know what it means. Ugh. I'm gonna go pretty much on dirt P. Yes. No, I don't wanna. I gotta finish this up.
In the easiest possible way, we're going to use it into our prefabs folder.
Prefabs folder. All right, I got it. Can I drag and drop this right now in the? Oh no, I think I'm messed up. Wait, let me delete this prefab. So I think I need to drag and drop this first and then unpack completely and then rename this and then drag it into the previous folder. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah. Maybe I should go piss. How many hours do I have on this? 3 hours. Alright, I'm gonna take a pee break. Where's my pee break countdown? 5 minutes. Where's the text? Making this. No, I'm not making tea. I'm just gonna call it short break. There you go. I'll let you guys look at something cool. I'll see you guys in a bit. Actually, wait, let me do it. like this. Oh, I'm back. Sweet. Hang on, I got this. Alright, there we go. I'm back. I brought a snack. You're the sample and I can't go at a time. Piss me off, oh lordy. Hey, yeah, thank you. Welcome back. Yeah. A fishing game for stream breaks. Maybe. I don't know, where was I? Oh, right. Paradise model, third person. That's what I was doing. Yeah, set this thing down. I'm back in action. Where is the guy that promised me? Okay, there it is.
In order to do this in the easiest possible way, we're going to use something called Cinemachine. So open up your package manager and under the Unity registry, find Cinemachine and install it. This might seem a little bit weird, but just bear with me.
Wait, what? Let's see. Program counting all position of ball string and how to make it work with Maggie. Good listener. Aw. Well,
Duplicate your main column. So open up your package manager and under the Unity registry, find Cinemachine and install it. This might seem a little bit weird, but just bear with me.
Cinemachine. I think I can do it. I think I got an ad. Yeah, it's he has a very calming, trying to sell you something voice. I don't mean that in a bad way. Cinemachine. It's a pun on cinema and machine. Package management. Cinemachine. And it's already installed. Alright. Alright, what next?
Duplicate your main camera, go back to the original main camera, and set the tag to untagged camera. This might seem a little bit weird, but just bear with me. Duplicate your main camera, go back to the original main camera, and set the tag to untagged.
Okay, duplicate main character. Let's try that first. How do I duplicate? Control D. Which one do I need?
And put your new main camera in camera. Just bear with me. Duplicate your main camera, go back to the original main camera, and set the tag to untagged.
Okay, original is untagged. Okay. This one is untagged. Alright, I got it. That's what he meant. What next?
Then put your new main camera inside your old one.
What? Okay, hang on. I gotta try this. Oh, I get it. It's a camera boom. I think.
Next, we're going to make a virtual camera from the Cinemachine menu. Cinemachine has now identified our main camera 1 as our Cinemachine virtual camera, which is what we wanted. Now I'm going to name our original camera back to dummy camera because we're basically just going to use it as a dummy game object for our current look direction.
I need a remote one. Hang on.
Cinemachine, your old one. Next, we're going to make a virtual camera from the Cinemachine menu.
Okay. I think I gotta go to the main camera. Cinemachine. Target the cameras, I think. Wait, there's no virtual camera at all. Oh no, I think Cinemachine updated. It doesn't say virtual camera, but it does say third person aim camera. I think that's the one I need. I don't think this is the one I need. No. This is, I don't think this is the one. Talk it through, free look. There's Cinemachine camera, clear shot camera, dolly camera with spline, dolly cart with spline, mixing camera, sequencer camera, state driven camera, 2D camera, follow camera, free look camera, target group camera, and finally third-person aim camera, but no virtual camera at all. Why? Like I'm gonna look how far he's gonna go with this.
Cinemachine has now identified our main camera 1 as our Cinemachine virtual camera, which is what we wanted. Now I'm going to name our original camera back to dummy camera because we're basically just going to use it as a dummy game object for our current look direction. Then let me just rename our new camera back to main camera. Now go to your dummy camera and disable the camera component, and also you're going to want to disable the audio listener all the way at the bottom, but I forgot to do it. I do it a little later on. So then click on the virtual camera, and this is where we're going to change all of our third-person settings for the camera. Our camera needs a follow target, so I'm going to choose our dummy camera since I want to focus near the player's head. We'll also use the dummy camera for the look at transform. Cinemachine is great because it has a bunch of built-in features and customization, so let's go to the body and change from transposer to third-person follow. Some default settings have now been applied for us, which you can see in action here, but I personally don't like these very much. Let's increase the damping for X and Y, which will make it appear to be smoother. Then I'm gonna get rid of the X offset for the shoulder offset so our camera is straight behind our player and not off to the side. Then also go into aim and go down to something like 0.1 or 0.2 on your vertical and horizontal damping. That's gonna keep the player much more centered and things won't be swinging around as crazy. This is definitely looking a little bit better to me. Feel free to play around with some of these settings. So for example, we can increase our FOV a little bit. I kind of prefer this. And now let's go back in play mode, and you can see that we have a little bit of an issue. Our camera suddenly jumps around when we move directly above our player. So to prevent this, we can just change the look limit V to something like 75 or maybe 70. And now you can see it's not doing it anymore. And at this point, we have reached the end of video 1. So I'm gonna actually go into a demo and just show you guys what we've created. One thing I will note is the camera is gonna feel pretty jittery right now. I promise that is something we're gonna be fixing later on, but I'm just gonna keep this for now. So we have a player model who can move forward, backwards, and sideways. Our camera looks around correctly, and we have separate prefabs for both a first person and a third person controller. In the next tutorial, we're gonna be getting into animations, blend trees, and adding more states like idling and sprinting. If you guys are enjoying this series, please drop a like and a comment, and also feel free to join my Discord if you want to chat about game dev. That's gonna do it for this one. Peace.
Peace. Thank you, Spader the Bomb. I'm gonna drop a link in chat so whoever is watching can follow along. I'm gonna copy this, drop it in chat. Wait, it doesn't really show on the... There we go. This is the link for the VOD watchers. Let me drop the name. It's called... This is the full title. Let me look for the VOD watchers again. First and third person controller complete course. That's what it's called. It's actually really hard to read text on this background, but I like it because how weird it looks. And it's aesthetic. Ugh. I think that's gonna be it for me today. I think I know what to do and what to look for. I might have to figure out how to work with the... Wait, can I actually run this? I can, but it's not pretty. Also, I can't look up, which is an issue. I'll figure it out. Yeah, look at this. Alright, let's see if we can write into someone real quick. Gonna turn this off. Can I just click it away? Safe. Yes, please. Alright, let me go back to talking. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we can write into. Yeah, thank you everyone for dropping by and then watching me fumble through Unity. It wasn't actually that bad. I do want to try doing this every week and see if I can slowly but surely make progress on Unity. But probably by the end of the month, at the end of April, Sandbox is going to be released. So I'm gonna take a look at that as well. I might stick with Unity, I might stick with Sandbox, or I might even stick with Unreal Engine. But this is going to be, you know, very experimental and see how far I can get with stuff and which one just feels nice. That being said, thank you, Daniel, for dropping by. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Modern Security, still here. Thanks for the stream, also. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Starfire. It's good to see everyone again. I do have a rating target, and it is someone who was here earlier, and I think you can all guess who it is. Can I? Yeah, I can. Currently, oh god, I get an ad. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I'm gonna wait until the ad is over, but in the meantime, I'm gonna give a shout out to Hichi Lua. She is currently playing Helldivers 2 over the twitch.tv/Hichi Lua. Can I start right? I can, yeah. I don't have a particular rate message in mind. You can spam the aux rate emote or just yell out aux rate with emote of your choosing. You just use the cat emote. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I might do another stream later because it's still pretty early for me to end, or maybe we can just like stop the stream for today and just maybe do a guerrilla stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you everyone for dropping by. Take care of yourselves, and until next time.
Come on in. What's up? Good luck, Squad 2. Thank you, Origin.
Super Mario Game.
If you and your raiders need to catch a post-stream care, please do not let me distract you from that, okay? So, did you add me to your friends list? I believe I did. Did you get a friend request to Rafe, or do you need another one? You just found the goat of Helldivers 2 streamers, says Origin. Thanks, Origin. I appreciate that. Hello there, you three. Welcome to the squad. Hi, Chuchu. Hello, Just. Hello there, SDG. Welcome in, welcome in. You guys ready to raid? How's it going, Kichi? Good! It is going fantastically. Even better seeing ya around. What about you, huh? I exited Auxilius' stream just to see you raided. No! No! Hello. Let's kick some butt ass. I did not receive one. Oh, go ahead and send me your friend code again. Sorry, I must have forgotten to send it mid-mission. I sent one to SDG, but I guess not you. You motherfucker. Alright, I'm gonna go scissors again. Ah, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go scissors again. 1, 2, 3. You should've listened to me. Alright, I'm gonna go scissors again.